Go ahead, guys.
Okay, joined by South Florida coach Mitch Hannahs. Again, coach will just take an opening statement from you if we could, and then we'll go to questions.
Sure. It's pretty obvious we dug a big hole tonight. I think Corey obviously wasn't Corey. He's been good for us all year. Give him credit. They jumped on him early. We spent the rest of the game trying to keep it manageable, trying to give ourselves a chance. Didn't feel like we got the big hit to really get ourselves back into it. Thought the wind died down just enough, or Pearl might have made it 8-6 in the fifth inning. And I thought there were a couple opportunities we let kind of get away, but give them credit tonight. They beat us.
Questions?
Obviously, seeing Braun, that helped their offense being able to see him kind of twice in 5 days there.
No, I don't think so. He threw one time through the order, and they changed the order. It wasn't the same lineup he threw against the other day. He just wasn't as sharp as he normally is. Left some balls up, even in some positive counts for him. A couple of 2 pitches that they did damage on. That just typical. Just wasn't his normality.
Like I reviews of the way they got to it, right? It's one or 4 minutes back.
Yeah. I think when you sit there and look up and you're down 7-0 or whatever it was after the third inning, you go into, man, how do we manage this thing and try to keep them at a 7 spot and do something offensively? Because at that time Norby was dealing as well and was very good at the start of the game. So certainly nothing you plan for, but the guys that came out of the pen did a good job of buying time. I felt like we had to use guys, but we couldn't waste them for the week.
Obviously, the result is not encouraging, but considering how well we started, guys started like something.
Yeah, I mean, he strike out the first 6 guys, but he was sharp to start with. I felt like the second time through the order, we really started to settle in and get some good at bats. And anytime you're dealing with young guys, I think you get hit and it takes a minute for everything to slow down. I just felt like right after we took that punch, we were trying to do too much. When the guys settled in, I thought the ABs were a lot better.
What's kind of the big message now, Coach? I mean, obviously, you got to get right back to the horse tomorrow. So it's not time to really lick your wounds. You just got to keep firing.
Yeah, I think the message is pretty simple. I mean, you gotta go down being aggressive. I mean, we gotta make sure that we're extremely aggressive. The other thing that obviously that 7-0 lead took from us were our legs. We certainly couldn't play the game like we wanted to play it. We had to play a little more conservative until we closed the gap a little bit, and we tried doing some things even though we were down, but just trying to make something happen. But I think the big message is, thank goodness it's not your final game, and you get a chance to saddle up and go again.
Okay, we'll go to the Zoom. We'll go to Andrew Riddell, please.
Coach, so obviously struggling against Norby and then Young tonight. How do you kind of just translate that over to Wichita State tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we saw 2 pretty good arms. Like, Young we knew was very capable, and Norby the same. We had a lot of respect for those guys coming in. And I'm pretty sure Wichita was throwing Hamilton, a guy that gave us fits when we were out there in our series. So, this time of year, you just have to be aggressive. I don't know that you can get yourself pitched into deep counts and tough spots. And I felt like when we were in a couple of situations where we had the bases loaded, you look up and we're 0-2, and I just don't think we can let that happen tomorrow.
Anything else for Coach? Coach, thanks for giving us a few minutes tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.